A very warm welcome to Chris TV 254. I'm your host, Crescent Ouma. This is a channel that brings you live football updates, analysis, and predictions. We also analyze the brilliance of the goal, the elasticity of the save, and the celebration that is just beyond description. Today, it's with great honor to be joined by Leshan, a criminology student, a footballer, and also a football pundit. But before that, ensure you press that subscription button and let's get underway. So we shall be having a discussion upon Premier League's match day 1 fixtures, and they are as follows. The season kicks off with a London derby tomorrow, with Arteta's Arsenal being hosted by Crystal Palace at 10 p.m. On Saturday, the early kickoff is between the Reds and Fulham in Craven Cottage Stadium. Bournemouth will host Gerrard's Aston Villa in Vitality Stadium. Leeds will entertain Wolves at Elland Road Stadium. Nottingham Forest will travel to the noisy St James Park Stadium to tussle out with Newcastle. The Saints have accepted Spurs' invitation card and will tour the English capital, Tottenham Stadium being the main destiny. The unpredictable Chelsea will try to overcome their usual Goodson Park Stadium nightmares as they face their blue boy side Everton. On Sunday, the Bees will fly to King Power Stadium to clash against the Foxes. Brighton will be hosted by the charitable Manchester United for an eyebrow-to-eyebrow collision. Finally, West Ham will host the dominant, destructive, irresistible football forces and also England's reigning champions, Manchester City. Welcome, Leshan, to this roundtable conversation.
Thank you.
And today I want us to go through the Premier League's fixtures, match day 1. And we shall start with the London derby. Tomorrow, Crystal Palace hosting Arsenal. Maybe what do you have to say about that match?
Well, that is a well-awaited match. In as much as Crystal Palace, they'll be getting that game on their home ground. We've seen a massive playing and a very good signing in Arsenal, Jesus, who is having a good play. Actually, on the left wing, we've been having Martinelli, who is doing a very good job. We have Saka, a good team player, and we also have Arsenal being on fire. We can see the past pre-season games they've been scoring 4 or 6 goals. They even had a game with Chelsea, and they were unbeaten, 4-0.
You talked of Gabriel Jesus. Yeah. Is this a salvation time for Arsenal with the name Jesus?
Yeah. It is the salvation time for the Gunners.
Okay, remember last season, the first match, Arsenal lost to Brentford. The first match of the season. Is that a scar to Arsenal when they go to face Crystal Palace, given the fact that it is a London derby and with the derby anything happens?
No, for this we can say we'll have to give Arsenal to blaze the trail, because honestly, what they've been doing in the pre-season gives a vision of what they'll be doing now. Like, for me, I can take a 2-1 win for Arsenal. Yeah.
So, still with that game, and earlier last season, there is a point where Arsenal fans started requesting for Arteta's exit. Within this new season is beginning, within the first matches, if Arsenal happens to lose 3 of the 5 matches, should we expect those bans like Arteta must go, Arteta should go?
What we expect much from fans is the big voices. They see much of the breakdowns more than the coaches and the players, and for sure they'll request for that.
Arsenal at the beginning of last season, the first match, they were at the bottom of the table, but they ended up finishing 5th. So this season, after misfiring for 17 years, the last time they won the English Premier League was back in 2005. How far can they go this season?
This season they can be on the top 6. Yeah, because we still have some other more fire teams, with more good signings.
So with you, Arsenal will win the match.
Yeah, it's either 2-1 and the win is for the Arsenal.
Oh, are you a Ghana?
I'm not a Ghana, but the Blues.
Okay, you support Chelsea.
Yeah,
We shall
I
come there.
support Chelsea.
The next match is on Saturday.
Uh-huh.
Fulham hosting the runners-up last season. These are the Reds, Liverpool. What should we expect in that match?
Well, honestly, there's this part where they sold Mane. No, Mane is not in the crew,
Yeah.
but we can see they won the Community Shield before 3-1
Yeah.
for the Man City. That's a good start.
What does that mean? Is it a big statement to Manchester City that this season we are going to win and it's the end of your dominance period?
It's a big threat. Yeah.
So, what do you have to say about this? Will Liverpool win it, or will Fulham cause a disappointment to the Reds?
Liverpool will be having it. It will be maybe over 2.5, 3-1 win for the Liverpool.
So, with the exit of Mane, will that front for the strikers have that solidity as we experienced Mane, Firmino, Salah, or Mane, Diogo Jota, Salah threat? Should we expect this season?
What we should be expecting is that for in as much as Mane is not there, we still have good players in Liverpool, you know.
Yeah.
And they have a good attacking. The players are so well. They'll have that the triangle movement.
Yeah.
You see,
So we should
Liverpool
not
is a big
expect.
team,
So we should not
really.
expect any threat from Fulham, given the fact that they are new arrivals to the Premier League. They were in the Championship last season,
yeah.
so they can't cause any threat to Liverpool.
Yeah.
So you go for Liverpool win.
I go for Liverpool win.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we move on to another match. Bournemouth hosting Aston Villa. Aston Villa, at a point with Steven Gerrard, they survived relegation.
Yeah.
This time round, what are they coming in this new season with their mindset? What's their mindset?
There's this other game they won, beating Leeds, and the last 4 games they still won. And when you see for Bournemouth, they've been promoted from the Champions League, just behind Fulham, and they've won 2-1 with the Real Sociedad, and they've won 1-0 with the Bristol City. So for this game, I'd go for 2-1. Aston Villa win.
Aston Villa win.
Yeah.
So these are the teams. Maybe the expectations or their vision is only to remain in the Premier League, or do they have other aspirations like finishing top half or qualifying for European football? What's your view on that? Do their vision, is it just to remain in Premier League, or do they have other vision?
They have other visions. When you see like for Aston Villa, they're aiming to finish at the top 5, top 6. Yeah.
But whatever is important for them is the coaches for these respective teams, I think, is urging the players, let's first go for the 40 points. You know, with the Premier League, once you get 40 points, you are assured of safety.
Yeah.
And maybe if they get that, other plans come. But I think the coaches for these two teams, like, let's first fight for the 40 teams and let us try to get the 40 points as early as possible. Yeah. So there's this other match in Elland Road. Leeds welcomes Wolves. A good game to watch. And I remember Rafinha, who was the key man in Leeds, left for Barcelona. So what do you expect from this match?
First of all, you see on Leeds, the preseason, they got 3 wins. They had lost 1 and draw on 1 game. So we see they have vital keys of players, where they've been having 4 to 5 new signings with a great potential. And for Wolves, they will always remain being Wolves. Yes, you know that. But for their preseason games, they've been they had won 2 games. They had to draw 2, and they lost 1 game. So for that, I think Wolves are not having that consistency in their games, and it's such a tie game, but Leeds can get it with 1-0 from Wolves, or else the game might draw.
But,
Remember it's a tie game.
remember Wolves has these potential players like Moutinho, the likes of Podence, the likes of Raul Jimenez up front. What should we expect from such players?
Yeah, they're good
Given the
players.
fact that World Cup is approaching and they have to impress their national team coaches to be sidelined in the starting 11 or to be selected in that World Cup.
I'm still not buying that idea.
Eh?
Remember they lost it and they finished at the 10th position. So maybe if they try and do something else, because when we say we are going to rely on one player, it won't work because we have 11 players. What will the 10 be doing in the field? So for me, the game will be a tie. Either a draw or Leeds win the game 1-0.
Myself, I go for Wolves.
You go for Wolves.
Wolves win. Okay, let's keep watch and see what will happen from that.
Yeah.
There is another game from the Nottingham Forest welcomes Newcastle. They're just from the championship side. With Newcastle, we've experienced these. They have the noisiest fans who chant, "We are the richest club in England." I don't know why are they not proving that money can support them. Maybe clinch a title in English Premier League.
I think the players they're aiming for are not on market. Maybe the coaches of those teams doesn't want to give out. Even if you're rich, you should work hard to physically on the field and all. So I see Newcastle, they have a good potential. They are aiming to finish at the top 6 the season. And for Nottingham, they've been chasing for Lingard. And that is a very massive signing.
But with Newcastle, even if they have money, their squad is a championship squad. This is not a Premier League squad.
But remember they lost 2 and won 3 games. So that is fair compared to how they've been doing it. So for that game, 2-1 and Newcastle win.
Okay, I also go for Newcastle win. I won't give the number of goals, but I go for Newcastle win. Okay, there is this other game in the English capital, London. Tottenham Hotspurs hosting Southampton. What do you have to say about this?
No, that is a very big battle. We see for Tottenham, they lost only 1 game, and they're aiming to finish at the top 4. For Southampton, I'm really worried about them. They'll have a big chance to get relegated, and for that game, I'd go for 3-1 at Tottenham win, because Southampton have been having a very poor performance on the last pre-season.
Tottenham have won a number of games. Is their win useless wins? Are these useless wins, given the fact that they win matches, they don't win trophies?
Now that makes the difference. we all work hard to get something like a token, and now they are winning all matches. And
you can even look.
The
sometimes they qualify for UEFA Champions League. There's a point they qualified in, if I'm not wrong, 2019 against Liverpool final, where they lost the match 2-0. They have qualified this season to play in the UEFA Champions League, finishing 4th. So why are not trophies coming to this side?
Things change from time to time. If they had get it from the other games, the other teams also are working hard. After every game, like, a coach comes in with a new way, and then they say we're going to do this and this. Now we are hoping. I'm just hoping, but Tottenham will get a win.
They have quality players. Son Heung-min, Harry Kane, Kulusevski there. What should we expect from such players this season?
Firstly, those are very good players,
Yeah.
tactical skills and everything, and they can cooperate
Yeah.
well under less pressure. So Tottenham is a big team,
Sure.
and is a team that is aiming on the top 5. Yeah, because for some Southampton, they're only there for winning the matches. But they don't see the bigger picture.
But remember, these they apply the teamwork, and they have people like James Ward-Prowse there, Redmond. Can't they scare Spurs this time round?
For Spurs, they even the Spurs have good players too. Who can scare Southampton?
So your prediction for this?
My prediction for this is a 3-1 win for Tottenham.
Spurs win.
Yeah, Spurs win.
Okay, that's good. Away from that, we move on to another game. Everton welcomes Chelsea. Remember, Chelsea has never won in Goodson Park for the last 5 matches.
Yeah.
What should we expect?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna say Chelsea. Me, I'm a Chelsea fan. And we are the Blues.
Yeah.
And on the pre-season, they've been up and down, working off, trying to get something. They got 2 wins and they lost 2. And there's this game they were playing with Arsenal,
Yeah.
which I never expected that.
Yeah.
It was a 4-0 Arsenal win. And for Everton, and again Chelsea, they don't have good defense. Like they've sold some of their players.
But there is an admission of Koulibaly. He has been solid at Napoli. And remember, up front we have Sterling also, who has been outstanding in Manchester City side. Remember the key players they have up front, the likes of Kai Havertz, Timo Werner. Even though Lukaku left, I don't think if he had a bigger contribution at Chelsea. And look at the midfield; it is also solid. Starting with the defensive midfielder who has been outstanding all through the season and all through his playing career, N'Golo Kante. We have the likes of Kovacic. I don't think if Chelsea doesn't lack quality, they have quality.
Yeah,
We have the likes of Ziyech. They have they have very many players, a bigger number of options, and these strikers, I think it's their time to prove that I'm fit to start in first 11 for Chelsea. I think there'll be a lot of competition up from there with Sterling, Ziyech, Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, all these names. I think Chelsea should be should be going for wins this season.
Actually, having Sterling in their lineup is a good start for them.
Yeah.
But my issue is with the defense. They have a very poor defense.
Remember, there is Koulibaly and Thiago Silva. They are solid central defense.
Yeah.
On the right, we have Reece James. We have Ben Chilwell on the left. I think defense-wise, I don't think if they have a problem.
Okay, because even for my prediction of this game, it's a 2-0 Chelsea win. But they should work extra hard. Yeah. But the matter that they're having Sterling, that's a very good.
I wish you well in that match.
We always the Blues.
All right.
We're always having it.
And
London is blue.
Remember, there is a change in the boss. Abramovich left, and I think during Abramovich era, they have won almost everything.
Yeah.
Champions League, Europa, Barclays Premier League, all these trophies. With the change of the boss, will we experience a change in performance? Chelsea have been performing very well with Abramovich. So will they not continue the same attitude with the new boss? Because with Abramovich was, if you don't perform, you get the exit too.
Well, I think that is only a change of boss bounce. The players are still having the same mentality. They know what they're gonna want from this team. Actually, you see, for the team they're playing with, Everton, it's not that they are so bad.
But also
They're
remember,
average.
Everton's manager Frank Lampard was I can say is Chelsea's legend,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he was fired at Chelsea. So I think he has to prove a point that I was fit and I'm not that weak as you think.
Yeah.
I fit this job, and I think he will be coming to, I think, show or prove a point that he's actually the best manager for Everton.
And it's a two-way thing because even Chelsea will be knowing that, and they'll have to extra themselves. They'll have to put some extra pressure.
Yeah.
Show them to the.
All right. So you go for Chelsea win.
Chelsea.
Another game, Leicester welcomes Brentford.
Yeah.
The Bees, we call them the Bees, and they beat Arsenal at the start in the March in the last season, the first match. And will they be coming with the same mentality at King Power that we can do it?
The King Power is so dangerous.
The atmosphere.
Yeah. You see, on the preseason game,
Yeah.
they got four. They had won 4 games. They lost 1 and 1 for drawing. When compared to the Brentford, they won 3 games, draw 1 and lost 2. And this is a very tight game, I presume.
So, whom do you think will win this game?
This game under 2.5. Yeah.
Remember, Leicester, they still have their talisman, Vardy, we have Maddison, we have the likes of Tielemans.
Yeah.
So, are you going for Leicester win or Brentford win?
I'm going for none, draw, or under 2.5.
Okay, myself, I go for Leicester win in this match. Yeah. Okay, there is another match. Manchester United hosts Brighton. Remember, Brighton has been a scary opponent to Manchester United, and United lost to Brighton last match. So, what should we expect from Manchester United, given the fact that in the preseason, I think they played around 6, they won the first 3, and the last 3 wasn't easy time for them.
Now Brighton can really cause a big upset. They've got good football. And for Manchester United, they've had a good preseason for Martial, Rashford, and the fact that Ronaldo is aiming for Atletico signing, and they're even having a new manager bounce, Manchester United. So this game is a tie game. 2, they can have a draw, because Brighton they've come with a very big bang.
So with the entry of the new manager Erik ten Hag, maybe should we expect better results from Manchester United? Because I think the last manager who did well at Old Trafford, I can say, is Jose Mourinho, the current Roma coach. Because after him, I don't think if Manchester United have performed to that United level.
Even they wanted him to go, remember? So they'll work. They really work, but for the game might end up.
So should they expect glory days?
They should expect. If they work hard, they can expect that. But for the game, it's very hard. It's tough.
Tough game.
It can come for draw for 1-1.
I go for United win.
You go for United win?
Yeah.
The match is there.
Let's wait. We shall meet after the match and have an analysis about that also. Then the last match, it is a big match. Remember, this is a team that at a point tried to stop Manchester City, West Ham. They call themselves the Hammers. You remember that 4-goal thriller? 2-2 draw almost at the end of the last season. West Ham welcoming Manchester City. What are Manchester City coming in this game with, given the fact that they lost to Liverpool 3-1 in the Community Shield Cup?
Well, Man City are having a new signing of Holland, who's a very good player. They do have a good game plan, and they are a very real great, and they are great people with a threat to the rest. And we can see West Ham have been struggling because some teams have been having better signings. They only won 2 games out of 7. They are not on the top 8. So Man City is a big team.
Okay, we've seen the entry of this young man Alvarez and Haaland. Okay, in England they say
Yeah,
Haaland.
Haaland.
In Norway, Holland.
Yeah.
Manchester City still have also the quality midfielders like Kevin De Bruyne. We have the likes of Rodri, the likes of Bernardo, Gundogan. So, should we expect this Manchester era to continue? Because they have been dominant in the last 5 seasons. They have won the 4 Premier League titles.
Yeah.
So should we still expect that dominance, or will it come to a halt?
We can still expect that dominance because the other teams are still working on to get there. And we've seen the preseason game.
Yeah.
They've got to lose it. And now they're having a West Ham.
Yeah.
Because this is a team they won't work off that much. My predictions are 2-0 a win for Man City.
Man City, I also go for Manchester City win.
Yeah.
So, maybe to wrap up things, Kenya is heading to general elections next week. What message can you pass to Kenyans before we wrap up?
Well, we should have a fair and peaceful election. Regarding that, we are having I think so far the pressure is on 2 candidates, the UDA and the Azimio part. I'd like Kenyans to be so subtle. We are only going there to vote, and the candidate who will get the win is the one who will accept. So if at once you get that the one you wanted to get that place is not there, my person, usipige mtu, usiue mwenzako. Sisi wote ni wa Kenya. It's only the tribal part inatusumbua. Fanya election vizuri, amani kwa wingi.
Thanks. And also on behalf of Chris TV 254, I, the host, Crescent Oma, I just wish you peace before, during, and after general elections, because our lives matter. And brotherhood will continue. Life has to continue after elections. And whoever God has planned to lead or to rule us, let him win the elections. So you Kenyan watching me, keep peace, maintain peace wherever you are, and we wish you all the best. So Leshan, it has been a pleasure having you on this Premier League analysis and prediction show. We shall meet after the match day 1 fixtures, and we shall analyze the results. So I don't know where you'll be watching Premier League from.
I'll be watching it from London.
When are you flying?
My visa is yet, but
okay.
I might even not fly. I'll just use the main route